All right. 707. We gotta prep some Pathfinder. Outlaws, Alkenstar, and complications. I'm getting a socket hang-up error trying to load into my world. That always feels bad. So we'll see what happens. But there's enough miscellaneous prep that we got to work on that. We should be okay. And I have the actual adventure prepped already, so it's not too bad. We'll see how I feel about this music here. I don't know. It's just a random Wild West background music. I don't know if it's going to get me excited about it or if it's going to be too bouncy and all over the place. We'll have to see. Um, it seems that trying to open it in a new tab is only making it more angry. Oh, it died. Okay, let's try again. Unfortunately, I've noticed when you get the socket hang-up error, it really just comes down to trying over and over and over again to connect. Um, I'm not 100% sure how servers work or server hosting works, but I don't know if there's like a queue that you're in or what. But I've noticed that when I am getting that error, it just lasts for a certain amount of attempts or times before it's finally like, okay, I guess you could log in. Sure. All right. Let's see. While we're hoping to God that we actually log into the adventure before 8 o'clock, which is when the game is, let's take stock of what is going on. They're heading over to the Cradle of Quartz. This is sunset. They are still in the desert. They just got done with our optional side adventure, which I should add is raw, because the raw adventure told me to make up a bunch of shit to happen while they were traveling through the Spellscar. Had to stop and start your server. I mean, I just did that, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Um, so yeah, while I did make up that cool spider encounter, which I thought was pretty fucking cool, it was technically raw. I know I said I was gonna run this adventure as raw as possible, and I am. I am running it as raw as possible because the adventure told me to do it. Which, I mean, how much more raw can you get, right? All right, so in the desert, they've crashed. They dealt with that cutie. And they've got the Ulfin funeral ship encounter coming up, and they got the Hoodoo Fields coming up. So, right now, however, they went into the Spider Den. There's still so much for them to encounter. So, they're going to explore the Spider's Den. Then they're going to get out of there, and they're going to have these two encounters they still have to deal with. And then they've got Haunted Gun they got to deal with. Hoodoo Fields, the Ulfin Funeral Ship, which is essentially a very small dungeon. They got this sexy bat fairy they have to help. They've got these weird creatures called Akritas that they've got to deal with, and their big snake. And then I guess there's these Vexgits or whatever. And then finally they make it to the Cradle of Quartz. We have placed a different encounter in front of the Cradle of Quartz instead of the Cockatrice, because I feel like they're just not going to have the resources to deal with being turned to stone in the middle of the fucking desert. So we're not going to have that encounter. Now, inside the Cradle of Quartz, if you recall, it is a massacre waiting to happen. The Claws of Time is a severe encounter despite only being level 6. Or ranked 6 or whatever. They are going to be level 6 going in here. So I guess it's severe for a level 6 party. There we go. The Claws of Time is a level 10 monster, and it's probably going to just massacre them. It's probably just going to massacre them. And that will make me very sad if they die at all in this adventure. I like all the characters that they have, especially the Sunset group. I really like the Sunset group, so I'll be very sad if they all die. Now, this map is already made. We have cliff notes on where they could go and stand that the monster cannot reach them. I don't believe they're going to make it here tonight, so we don't really need to stress this too much. I just kind of thought we could go over it while we hope and pray that the Foundry server actually gets started. Alright, so there's the cutie, the Claws of Time, looking great. A lot of crazy stuff in this dungeon, a lot of interesting things to see. Overall, I like it quite a bit. I like dungeons. I like dragons. More than I like finding paths, if I'm being honest. Anyways, so they find this dude, and then they got to return to Alkenstar. Now, the adventure says returning to Alkenstar, nothing bad happens. They just go back home, and everything's cool. But I think that there's a good chance to do some other encounters in the Mana Waste, or at least have the Manticore do a rematch against the ship on the way back. So I might have an encounter with some drakes, some Mana Waste drakes, and then save the Manticore and its little metal scamps or whatever for a rematch on the flight home. Now, whether or not they have Olamon Kosawana with them, we don't know. We don't know for sure how that's gonna go. Who's messaging me now? I'm trying to work on stuff. Jeez. All right. I don't know, Dom. I feel like I'm pretty screwed here. I cannot get this game to load up. Ah, there we go. I guess I had to just pray to Dom, and then everything was fine. That's how being a Foundry Sage works. So, Chapter 4, The Steaming Kingdom. I don't remember there being this many eyeball dudes in this adventure, but maybe. Alright, so Steaming Kingdom, this is where my memory starts to kind of break down, because I think I only read over this section like once, and I've read over everything else in the adventure many times. But basically they get back to town, and they have to figure out what happened with Mugland and the Gilded Gunners. And then they hear about Muglin's crazy plan to rob this place, the Steaming Kingdom. And then there's this blue guy who's supposed to have infiltrated the party already, but I definitely didn't do a good job setting that up in advance. I mean, I'll do a better job than the written adventure, but I didn't. I could have done better, I guess. And then they got this big crazy fight, and then they find out about the Gilded Halls, which is yet another dungeon. And they head over to the Gilded Halls, and then they can have this fight, optional fight against Sharkosa. Their goal, of course, is to try to get their hands on Mugland, and then they got to decide what to do with Mugland. And then that's the end of book 2. All right. Well, look at that. We're in the adventure. That's good. All right. I don't know why there's a fight against the gold tank investor still. That's kind of weird. Okay. End the encounter? Question mark? Okay. Yikes. All right. So I'm feeling pretty good about the rest of this book. Pretty good about where they are so far. There are some things that I wanted to address about the adventure. All right. So, I'm just gonna put. I'll just put today's date. This is how crazy my brain is. Okay, I'm just gonna put today's date, and we'll go from there. So, these are my thoughts that I need to sort out. So, implement the 5 hero cards towards the end of the adventure path. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to rebalance the cards for Stolen Fate and have proposed group divvy them up. All right, cool. Also, we've got Mugland and Loveless lieutenants. Oof. Butchered the fuck out of that. These French words. Alright. I said they took something precious from you. Alright. Now the question is, the thing that they took that's precious, do I want to homebrew something cool for each character, or allow them to choose one level appropriate item when confronted or when defeated? Now, it would be, more work for me to have to do this, and it would be more work for the players if they had to choose something. I know that when I started playing Pathfinder, and we would be asked, like, what did we want to buy, and what did we want to build, and what did we want to make, and did we want to go shopping, and did we want to place an order from Absalon, and all this kind of shit, I was pretty overwhelmed. There's a lot of items, there's a lot of rituals, there's a lot of spells. You could make the card be in a magically sealed envelope or card sleeve. It keeps popping up in their inventory. The player characters that play in Soul and Fate, the envelope finally opens with the card. I liked that. However, I feel like it would be too big of a red herring. And I don't want to distract them from the core narrative. Do you know what I'm saying? Like an envelope that they can't open, it sounds like a challenge. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like I'm saying, well, are you going to open it? Yeah, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Alrighty. What other stuff do we need to do? B team rules implemented from Kingmaker Prep. Well, I still haven't learned what that means exactly, but I do have notes on it. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Because it's better sooner than later, I guess. Companion. Let's see. Nothing? No? Alright. Kingmaker Companion. I did come up with stuff for this, right? Like, I'm not just going crazy here. Let's see. Kingmaker notes. I'm not going to show the Kingmaker notes because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but let's see. I could have sworn we came up with a way to handle companions. Let's see. Research, player's guide, sample kingdom notes, lore videos, to-do list, top feats, earning income, leveling, homebrew, battle zoo, urban maps, calendar. Damn, where did I put these? Alright, maybe I have Pathfinder B team? What did I call this document? Alright. This is killing me now that I can't remember this. Alright. Curse of Strahd companion system. Pathfinder companion books. It's bothering me so much. Alright, hold on. Kingmaker notes, Stolen Fates, Odyssey, Magic, and roleplay versus roleplay. Sea of Thieves, players. Okay, keep going. Inner guide for Magic Magfest. Okay. Primrose. Postmort. Session 0. What if I have the notes in this document? Hold on. That would be pretty crazy, right? No, I guess not. Okay. World patch, rodeo rules. Hmm. Disguise URLs. Session 0 guide. Okay. What about this file that doesn't have a name? Nope. This is just a document full of random magical items and potions and stuff. Let's see. Configuration. Homebrew. Man, I got nothing. I have no idea. I could have sworn we like sat down and like plotted out what we could do with our Kingmaker companions, and like it's just like not there, man. Let's see. Flint Army, urban maps, wish list, homebrew. Nope, I got nothing. Man. Alright, then we'll just do it again, I guess. Like we have to do sometimes, because my brain is stupid. Alright. Here we go. Pathfinder 2E. B team and companion system. Cool. Love doing things multiple times. It's great. We'll do PF2E, B team and companion system. Great. Alrighty. You can slot one active companion for each PC. Period. Okay. God damn, I swear to God, we've already written this. I have such a strong recollection of already writing these rules. Man, why can't I find it? I gotta just let it go or it's gonna drive me crazy. I have to just abandon it and start over. Alright. Alright. We're just not gonna worry about it. Alright. You can slot one active companion for each PC. Active companions follow these rules to keep action economy to a minimum. Alright. So, when a companion when a companion's turn shows up in initiative, they will do one of the following actions. We'll say they will do two of the following. No, sorry. One of the following action routines. There we go. All right. And that is step and stride towards the safest area of the map. Step and step towards the safest area of the map. Stride and stride towards the safest area of the map. Stride and take cover. Stride and hide. Done. All right. During a PC's turn, comma, they may spend one action to empower a companion, asking or telling them to follow a course of action. In this case, the PC and GM will have that companion perform 2 useful actions as directed in place of their default action routines. There we go. Okay. Active greens on the rules. Okay. Targeting companions. Alright. Monsters and enemies will ignore companion NPCs unless they unless they were commanded to do something with their last activation. They are the object of the monster or enemy's objectives. The GM decides to fully activate the companion into a allied NPC. So a fully functioning combat entity. There we go. All right. Because companions are in the background, they treat all AoE saves as 1 step higher. 1 success step higher. There we go. Nice. All right. So that should help quite a bit with that. So then we need passive companions, aka B team. All right. Minions, familiars, independent and manual dexterity abilities. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make it like that board gamey, but you know, they'll do what they're capable of doing based on their sheets and their stats and stuff. Yeah. But that's the general gist of it, Dom. Yeah, is that independent and manual dexterity. Ugh. But I want like a routine here that, you know, is very, very basic, right? Like they're going to, ideally, right, they're going to try and stay out of trouble. So they're going to stride and stride, step and stride, step and step, stride and take cover, stride and hide, and then I guess take cover and hide. Like, to me, those are the most, like, if you had two actions, two basic actions to spend, those are the ones that you would spend to stay alive, right? Like, that's, if you're trying not to fight and you're just trying to stay alive. But if you want them to fight, you have to sacrifice some of your action economy to get them to do stuff. And even if the stuff that you need them to do is go open that door or go give them a potion or something like that, it's at least something. Now, I guess the follow-up to this is, during your PC's turn, they may spend one action to empower a companion. So I think that you should only be able to direct one companion on your turn, right? Like I think that's fair. You shouldn't be able to spend 3 Pac-Mans to do 3 different companions. So I think we should actually just leave it like that. That should be pretty good. Now with passive companions, sometimes you might not want to risk your companion's safety, comma, or the GM may not have or want to provide combat stats for an NPC. In these situations, the active companion can become a passive companion. All right. So, passive companions can provide the following basic benefits. And some companions may have special abilities that can be accessed while slotted as passive companions. All right. Now put some NPCs. There we go. All right. So this is going to be basic passive companion abilities. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. So how this is going to work is, Scribbles, I don't have anything good for you. It's a glass of milk. That's it. I'm not going to give you my glass of milk. All right. Basic passive companion abilities. All right. When a passive companion's turn comes up, an initiative. I don't even want to junk up the initiative. All right, so we'll do. What can we do with these? I don't want it to be like too strong, but I want it to be like something useful. Okay. Let's see. So PC can't use all their action economy to ask 3 different companions. Correct. Yep. They may spend 1 action to empower a companion. Oh yeah. So we should clarify. A PC may only influence 1 companion per turn and only issue 1 command to that companion. Okay. And a companion can only be issued commands once per turn. There we go. So that you can't have the same person be like, you can't have all 5 of them shouting at Vashon, keep throwing bombs. You know what I'm saying? All right, so passive companion abilities. All right, it's worth mentioning. Well, let's see. Each passive companion may be activated once per encounter. Much like focusing, passive companions need to rest 10 minutes before being used again. All right, I like that. That's fucking good. That's good stuff right there. All right, so the first one is going to be helpful. All right, so it's going to be reaction. There we go. Reaction helpful. The passive NPC grants you a +1 to a D20 check you are about to make. That could work too. Keeps the initiative tracker pretty clean. Yeah, okay. I like that, Dom. All right. So, all active companions share 1 initiative count. That's fun. We could just have 1. I mean, that's not too bad to have 1 on the thing. Or let's see. I don't know, Dom. Having the active companions in the initiative, though, it does like, all right, it junks up the initiative a little, but at the same time, it reminds them that they're there. 1 initiative count. When the companions turn shows up in initiative, they will do one of the following action routines, comma, one after the next. All right, that sounds good. Okay. And then during a PC's turn, they may spend 1 action to empower a companion, asking or telling them to follow. In this case, the NPC will give the companion for 2 useful actions as directed and place the default action return. The commanded NPC will act immediately after the PC who commanded it, rather than during their shared initiative. I feel like that's going to get confusing, bro. I think they should just have their own initiatives. Yeah, I think they should just have their own initiatives. I don't think it's that big a deal. Yeah. Getting rid of all that. All right. It's honestly more confusing to have the 1 initiative and then sometimes they go on the initiative and sometimes they don't go on that initiative and it's all at the end of the round, but it's not at the end of the round. That's just too much fucking stuff to keep track of, man. If they're active, they're active. They're in the initiative. They're moving around. They're doing stuff. They're taking up space, right? So each passive companion may be activated once during encounter, much like focusing. Passive companions need to rest 10 minutes before being used again. So reaction, helpful. The passive NPC grants you a +1 to a D20 check you are about to make. And then we'll say one action. First aid. The passive NPC attempts a DC 11 flat check to stabilize a dying target. I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, I think that's very strong, but it uses an action, so maybe it's okay. Let's see. The passive MC attempts a flat to stabilize a dying target. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. Could just make it a DC 15. That seems better. To stabilize the dying target. Reaction. Passive NPC grants you a +1 to a D20 check you are about to make. Alright, that seems pretty good. Is there anything else that like people in the background on the sidelines could do? How about this? Reaction. Cheap shot. Alright. The passive NPC helps damage the opponent. So the trigger, yeah, okay, helpful. Trigger, you are about to make a D20 check. Effect. The passive NPC grants you a +1 to a D20 check you are about to make. Alright. Reaction, cheap shot. Alright. And this will be trigger is you are dealing damage to a target, period. And then the passive NPC increases the damage dealt by half your level. And amount equal to half your level. Alright, that seems pretty good. Well, oh, they just attempt to stabilize check? I mean, that's pretty fucking good, man, for one. I mean, you only have so many only have so many NPCs or whatever. But yeah. Ooh, I know a good one. How about one action? Let's see. Hold still. The passive NPC helps you remove an ongoing effect. You may make an immediate check to end one ongoing effect. That seems pretty good. Yeah, these come back every 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that would be circumstance. Thank you. Circumstance. Bonus. Yeah, that seems good. The passive NPC gives you a +1 circumstance bonus to a D20 check you're about to make. One action, first aid. The passive NPC attempts a DC 15 flat check to stabilize a dying target. Reaction, cheap shot. Trigger, you are dealing damage to a target. The passive NPC increases the damage dealt by an amount equal to half your level. And then one action, hold still. The passive NPC helps you remove an ongoing effect. You may make an immediate check to end one ongoing effect. Okay. That seems pretty good. Do you think that recharge like focus is too strong? I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not too bad. And then of course you could have B like quote unquote B team like we do in D&D where like Roxy the Dirt Dragon fucking shoots her breath weapon from the sideline or something like that's cool. You know what I mean? But you, the player, have to spend an action to get her to do that sort of thing. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that you would want a companion to do. You know, maybe. Uh, yeah, they could use any of these once per encounter. So I mean, it feels like pretty strong, right? But I don't know. I think it's cool. All right. So yeah, that's good. I think that's good. That's a good start at least. It's a good start. All right. So in the instance of Roxy, all right, so we'll do examples of passive slash B team abilities. All right. Mm, oof, don't like that. Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. There we go. All right. So in this case, we'll put Roxy the Prairie Dragon. Okay, so I wish we could just type a Pac-Man. Let me see. Type a diamond. It's got to be like a way to type a diamond shape. Type a diamond symbol. Emoji. Let's see. I mean, I know I could just like paste in one, but not a gem emoji, an actual diamond shaped emoji. Hey, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Hey, there we go. Copy. All right. Bloop, bloop. Perfect. All right. So for one action, Roxy fires her breath weapon. Treat the origin of the ability as your own space. Perfect. All right. So let's move this shit over here. And let's see what we got here. Let's see who's hanging out with these people. So we got Fossa. What do they call the gnolls now? Codas? Colas? Alright, hold on. Pathfinder 2E Cola? Colo? No, Colo's a deity. What are we calling the gnolls now? Colos. They are Colos. Okay. Fossa Colo Huntress. Alright, so you spend one Pac-Man, and then she can do... There we go. You benefit from Fossa's careful aim ability. I hope I'm not losing my internet connection. I'll be so sad. I'll be so incredibly sad. Jesus Christ. Alright. Okay. I can see this working out pretty good. Alright, who's another jabrones that we got out in the mana waste with these assholes? Hey, sweep up. There we go. Sweep Up's got broken legs as an ability. No, he's fine now. Hold on. Get rid of those. Personality fragments. Oh no. Let's see. What could Sweep Up do? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put Sweep Up, and this is gonna be a reaction. So I don't have a symbol for reaction, I don't think. So this would be reaction. Broad knowledge. Trigger. You are about to make a recall knowledge check. Effect. Sweep Up provides you with a +2 circumstance bonus to the check. There we go. See, that's pretty cool. They're pretty cool. All right. So let's see. Who else is with them? Oh, Vashon. Blech. Okay. All right. So let's see. Vashon. Gattleby. I don't know if it's just YouTube sucking it up now or what, but it's making me sad. All right. All this stuff is like one bomb here, one bomb there. Lucky Fortune. Creature critically fails an attack roll, skill check or saving throw. Creature can re-roll the triggering roll. That's pretty good. That's a little too good. Let's see. Punchable. Maybe. Farlobber. Punchable taunt. Here we go. An opponent critically fails against a strike when sprung. The creature immediately responds by mocking its opponent's failure. This serves only to make that opponent want to harm this creature more. The triggering creature gains a +2 circumstance bonus to attack and damage against this next creature. An opponent mandatory. Oh no. Okay. Wait, what are you saying here? Vashon the new Telemachus, B team. Oh, too good not to take. Yeah, I was about to say. We're gonna put reaction. Lucky, comma, but punchable. All right. So, trigger. Let's see. You critically fail an attack, skill check, or saving throw. And then the effect, you may re-roll that. Re-roll the triggering roll, comma. You must take the new result. The next time you are attacked, let's see, you become off guard until the end of your next turn. There we go. You become off guard until the end of your next turn. Comma, and creatures. Next strike. Nah, off guard pretty much covers it. You become off guard until the end of your next turn, comma, and cannot benefit from stealth. That seems like a thing. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Oh. You become off guard until the end of your... Yeah, we'll just leave there. You just become off guard until the end of your next turn. That's not too bad. That's really strong. There we go. Alright. I like it. That's pretty cool. So they could do any of these things, but then also they have their own unique thing that they can do. I think we're on to something, guys. I think we're on to something. Yeah, and the reroll can still fail, too. Absolutely. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's pretty fun. And you can't reroll anything, right? It's not like a hero point, so you still have to critically fail to get that to happen. So, yeah, I think that's really good. I am proud of us. We did a good job there. Oh, look at that. Look at the time. It's time to go run the game. Oof. Well, I'm glad we got that locked down. I'm going to go ahead and share this over on the Discord, I think, with commenting enabled. I'm just going to say, can I get some eyes and comments on this doc? Pathfinder B team beta draft. All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go run a game. I hope that my internet makes it through the night. It's been really bad and spotty all day. We'll see how it goes. Hope everybody has a safe and healthy week, and I'll see you next time.